The Ice Climbers didn't appear in Smash 4, but just because Bayonetta made it back in doesn't mean we can forget about them. So today on Juforade, I'm playing me some Ice Climbers. Alright, 1985 Super Mario Bros. Came out and changed Nintendo. But you know what came before Super Mario? Freaking Ice Climbers! But did I play this game before Mario Bros? Heck no. Actually, I didn't play this game until 2002, and that's after Super Smash Bros. Melee came out. And my gosh, the Ice Climbers look super freaking awesome in the trailers. And I remember watching that and just being amazed, thinking, oh my gosh, the Ice Climbers, they must be from like Legend of Zelda or something, like whoever the fuck those guys are. But after doing some homework, I figured out that I was wrong and that these guys actually appeared on a game that was living before I was, actually. And my gosh, is this game simple, and that's why I like it. Just right off the bat, you could just go around beating up these little things called toppies. Yeah. Back in the day, there was problems with, you know, seal clubbing. It was quite the crime, so they had to switch the seals to a more mystical looking monster, kind of like a Yeti, but it's called a toppy. Anyway, the objective is pretty simple. You bash your way to the top so you can get your little egg plants back after this little pterodactyl guy steals it and flies all the way to the top of the mountain, or the summit as you would want to call it, because these are the bonus stage at the end of the level. Boys, since we're on top of the mountain, that's where the level is the most slippery, because throughout the whole game you got low traction, because you are, you know, climbing ice. And it's mostly slippery up here because you gotta make your jumps, and if you don't, you're gonna land under these little boards and fall off. Trust me, it happens a lot. To me. Also to note in, this game is also multiplayer, but I don't have anybody else to play it with me right now. Nobody wants to be the nana to my popo! Actually, talking from past experiences, the game is much harder when you're actually playing with two players, and trying to make the jumps you would think would actually be a lot easier, but you end up leaving the other player behind once you go up the level. So you better be sure not to leave them at the bottom of the cliff, or they'll fall and die. It's not like dying on this game has any consequences, because you can already choose which level you want to go to from the start. And believe me when I tell you that the difficulty spikes as soon as you get past like level 10. Because then you got these little places where you can't actually escape, and you gotta go up the mountain a certain way. And, you know, making these jumps on these different platforms is annoying enough. Trying to get unstuck in all these annoying places is actually annoying. But seriously, I kept saying that over and over again because I kept ending up getting trapped in every single path I would take. Oh geez, how do I get out of this? Some of these blocks are like little conveyor belts, and you know, you're just trying to stay in one path and jump up a little ledge on one part, but you can't do it because you're constantly moving because of this conveyor belt. So it's gonna have you bouncing all over the place instead of jumping on the ledge. But since we got this conveyor belt here conveniently on this mountain, run fat boy, you could lose a couple of pounds underneath that parka. Some of the other enemies that you encounter in Ice Climbers is a polar bear that brings up the level every time you just take too long trying to get up one ledge. I also have these annoying ass birds that be flying around the whole level, but I always swat them down with my giant hammer. Yeah, I love using the freaking hammer on this game, because then you could just hold the button and then after that it just constantly do the action. Hey, where you going? Come back here and make me a bridge. Better come back here and make me a bridge so I can swat you with my mallet. All in all, this game is packed with 32 action-filled stages, maybe even more if you include the bonus rounds at the end of the level trying to catch this stupid bird, which I couldn't have done. See, and that's Ice Climbers. It's freaking simple. I love it. It's the best freaking Nintendo game ever. How the hell did you guys even get into Smash Brothers in the first place? I would have put in the balloon fighter. At least he can fly. Whatever strings were pulled to get the Ice Climbers in the first place needs to be pulled now, because I really want to see them in Smash 4 still. It's sad to believe that the last characters to be added on Smash Bros. Is going to be Bayonetta and some other Fire Emblem character that isn't even out yet. At least we get Cloud! Holy shit, thanks Shinra. But would it be wrong for me to actually be hoping that maybe through some slight light that the freaking Ice Climbers may have a chance of appearing in SSB4 someday? What do you guys think? You think the Ice Climbers should actually even appear in Smash 4, or is it even unnecessary for them to even come back? And even if not, like, do you guys even want them as characters, or do you guys just see them as just something that we all should just like forget about and stop complaining about? Mostly me. You can find me in the Alps, but you can find me better on Facebook and Twitter. Until then, I'm gonna be climbing me an ice mountain, because there's a hell of a lot of them right now in Michigan. It's fucking cold outside.